This past semester, I took a calculus class, and not to flex or anything, but I got a perfect score in it. So if I can do that, then surely I can succeed at the math difficulty chart obby. You've heard of obbies and difficulty chart obbies. You've heard of math. You may not like it, but you've heard of it. Stage count is 100 plus 20, which is 80, I think. We're 100%ing this today. Well, okay, I'm not 100%ing it in the next 4 minutes, but before I go to bed, maybe, or perhaps tomorrow, or whenever Alright, math DCO. Let's play. Alright, so I'm assuming we're gonna do some math problems. Okay, 4 plus 1 equals 5. Yay! 5 minus 2 equals 3. Yay! Provide a number that is greater than 4 and less than 8. That would be 7. This is a kill brick. Try not to step on it. Got it. 9 minus 2 is 7. Right, I need to, not get jump scared by that. Hold on, can I ladder flick, please? There we go. You have 5 apples in a basket. You put 9 more apples in. How many apples do you have now? 14. Or, okay, one time I did this test where the first question was actually, one of those. It was Sally had 3 candies and ate 2. How many were left? So easy, you actually second guess yourself. It was crazy. There are 11 marbles in a box. 2 are red. How many are blue? Not enough information, technically, but I think the answer it wants is 9. 7 minus 5, that would be 2. Easy. What does it say? Get to stage 40 with a friend to get this cool looking halo. What shape has one less side than a pentagon? Actually, there should be fewer. Square. One pile has 14 presents. The other pile has 18 presents. How many presents are there in total? 32. Oh, well, there. I did great. I passed first grade. Contrary to real life. What number is created when you combine 8 10s and 3 1s? 83. Yes. And it is actually an obby. So, it is correct in calling itself a difficulty chart obby. A student started writing a paper at 12:10 and finished it at 12:40. How long did it take the student to finish? 30. Is addition commutative? Not the addition properties I learned in 3rd grade and forgot them all. In other words, does the order of the numbers not matter when adding? So 3 plus 4, or 4 plus 3. That does not matter, so that is true. Weird double negative thing. This is a wall graph. Don't get discouraged, though. It looks easier than it looks. I mean, it's easier than... Might be able to do math, but I can't read. We've discussed this before. 27 in word form is 20-7. Oh, it's midnight now. Yeah, okay, so the clock's gonna be going on for the foreseeable future. This obby won't be easy. Try and find a shortcut to avoid wasting your time. Well, I wasted my time anyway waiting for the clock just to realize it was gonna be chiming for the foreseeable future because it's now midnight. Which expression is equal to 8 plus 8? So which one is just the same value of 16? That'll be that one. The pattern 3, 7, 11, 15, 19. How much do you add to get the next number? 4, yeah. Tip, invite a friend, I don't care. Go this way. Aww, I got a badge at least. Oh, wait, no, I can't go on the side. Which is this? 6 plus 7 plus 11 would be 18 plus 24. I passed the 2nd grade. So, the game's title says it goes up to grade 11. Calculus is grade 13. A train was scheduled to arrive at 7:50, but arrived at 8:20. In minutes, how long was the delay? Trying to... Your ceiling is 220 centimeters... What's a centimeter? Your ceiling is 220 inches high. You want the tree to have 5 inches of space with the ceiling. How tall must the tree be? In inches. 215, because you'd need 5 inches less. Farmer grows 167 watermelons and 55 apples. How many pieces of fruit did the farmer grow altogether? 200... Yeah, like that much. Wait, did I get it wrong? Oh, my mental math... I went... Come on! At least I got a badge. I did that for the badge, surely. Why don't... Okay, so I can't... I'm just using my phone. Desmo's scientific calculator, my beloved. It's easier to work with on a computer, actually. 115 plus 69. 184. Wow, it's so easy when I just cheat. 688 plus 386. 688 plus 386 equals 1074. I did have a thought of... Well, you don't usually use a calculator in math class until, 6th grade math, but... I don't feel like recalling how to do the addition algorithm thing. So, like I said, Desmo's scientific calculator, my beloved. The length of a rectangle is 5, and its width is 4. What is the area? 20. Length times width. In other news, I've passed the 3rd grade. What's a meter? How many sides does a pentagon have? 5. 14 times 9. I guess I should have learned my multiplication tables up to 100 by 100. Or, Desmo's scientific calculator, my beloved. 126. There we go. A town has 1,716 grown-ups and 1,846 children. How many people live in the town? 3562. There we go. I realize every time I Alt-tab, I accidentally leak all the windows I have open because I have OBS on a display capture right now, which is going to be so fun for editor Roro. So, Editor Roro, please air your grievances now. Nice. I've passed the 4th grade. Wait, does that mean I made it to 4th grade? So I passed 3rd grade, or I passed the 4th grade? 2 times 2 times 2, that'd be 2 to the power 5, which is 32. Unconventional, but somehow faster way of doing that. 6 times 9 plus 8, with those 2 in parentheses. Free hint, your first written question. Type the answer into the box below. Oh boy! Okay, 9 plus 8, that'll be 17. 6 times 17, 102. Yummy! Actually, I could have just put that whole thing into Desmo's scientific calculator, my beloved. Begin moving as the kill bricks slow down. Nah, I ain't doing that. Ah! Oh wait, that's ice. I can just jump, can't I? You and your friends watched the latest movie at the movie theater. The movie was 3 hours and 15 minutes long. You all left the movie theater at 13:30. At what time did the movie start? 3 hours ago would be 10 minus 15 would be 10:15. There we go. A square has an area of 9. What is the side length? 3. Square root of 9. Oh, by the way, I passed the 5th grade. Or maybe I reached the 5th grade. I don't know. Well, let's see. That means I've well, wait. You're beginning the 1st grade. You're starting the 2nd grade. Okay, so that means I've made it to 5th grade. Okay, so whatever set of 10 I'm at is what grade I'm in currently. Oh, it's also saying in the chat I completed each grade. So, okay. The price of a shirt is 8 coins. If you get a 25% discount, how much will the shirt cost? Well, a fourth of that would be 2, so that'd be 6. Wait, did I ever actually ask the rhetorical question, do you think more people are disliking the game because they rage quit at the math or because they rage quit at the obby? Probably the obby, seeing as how difficult that's actually getting here. A box has a length of 5, a width of 3, and a depth of 3. What is the volume? 5 times 3 would be 15, times 3 is 45. A triangle which has 2 equal sides is called what? Honestly, I can never remember this. I think scalene is all different, equilateral is all the same, so I think that's isosceles. There we go. Process of elimination. These are mini towels. They were you know it's 12:20 a.m. These are mini towers. They will challenge you a bit while looking. Yes, okay, so now we are actually getting to where the obby isn't just walking simulator. I guess now's my chance to kind of talk about something math related. Not a kill brick. Why didn't it say that on the other tightrope? What is this continuity? Oh, I fell. Alright, well, more time to talk about the fact that will Desmo's graphing calculator be my beloved later in this obby? Well, let's see, where does Desmo's graphing calculator become useful? When you get to questions about, like, functions and graphs. Nice, I reached the 6th grade. As I was saying, okay, Algebra 1, Algebra 1 is where you start, like, quadratic equations. Well, I took that in 7th grade, but that's because I'm so smart. I think standardly you take that in, like, 8th or 9th grade. Take it slow. Never. Take it fast. New. Go, 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 go. Convert the fraction that to a decimal, that would be 1/4, which would be 0.25. Find the average of the following numbers. 5, 5, 6, 6, 8. Let's try to do this mentally. 10 plus 12 plus 8 would be 30 divided by 5 is 6. Nice. 2/8 plus 3/8 would be 5/8. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yes, fractions. Every 6th grader's favorite thing. Although actually I covered those in 5th grade. Just saying. Actually, I never took 6th grade math. I took math 7 in 6th grade. Because I'm just so smart like that. Yay, I reached the 7th grade. A car salesperson sells 13 cars on a Monday and 7 cars on a Tuesday. This was only 25% the sales of that week. How many cars did the salesperson sell that week? It would be this plus this, which is 28 times 4, which is 80. 6x plus 6 equals 6. Solve for x. Well, it would be 6x equals 0, so x equals 0. There we go. Actually hard gameplay alert? No way. There's a circle with an area of 36 pi. What is the radius? Area equals pi r squared, so 36 pi equals pi r squared, so that'd be 36 equals r squared. Square root both sides, and you get 6. You know what pi equals? 3.14152643384979323846643338318715105329944592307816445923078164 ... We got a little ice-themed tower this time around. Tower of Icy Blizzards? Maybe. I don't know. I haven't played that tower. I should at some point, but it's not exactly high on my soul-crushing priority list. If I could just quit loop-failing Toka, that show would be nice. What is the least common multiple, or lowest common multiple of 2 and 10? 10. Yay! I reached grade 8. You're graduating soon? Okay, so this would be stuff that I never learned. Well, that's not true. I never took math grade 8, but I do remember in Algebra 1 that kept saying, you should have learned this in math grade 8. And I'm like, I never took that. Yeah, I'm sure I'll be fine. Surely we don't get something I don't know. Which expression is equivalent to that? Oh boy, exponents. When multiplying like bases, you add the exponents. So that'd be 16 to the power of 5. There we go. Often it's certainly easier to look at a math problem and solve it when it's not like typed out in text, even if it is typed out like correctly. A right triangle has a hypotenuse with a length of 20 centimeters. One of its legs has a length of 12. What is the length of the other leg? 3, 4, 5 right triangle. That'll be the 4, 1. No, wait, what is 5 times 4? So that'll be 3, 1, so that'll be 16. Yummy. This I need to know for the American College Test, which I did take. I didn't make an account, so I don't think I can ever see the score, though. So, who knows? It's okay, I may have actually missed every single question on the reading, so, you know. We can just imagine I got a perfect score and call it a day from there. Solve for x cubed equals 8, 2. Which equation represents a function that is not linear? So, linear would be the power of x is 1, so it's not going to be that, it's not going to be that. It's going to be that one because that has the x squared. There we go. That would be quadratic, in fact, because the highest power is 2. Solve the system. I love system equations. This is probably the hardest one yet, actually. Yeah, that can't be right. Desmos graphing calculator, my beloved. If we just do a funny little thing called solve the system by graphing, and we just type these in, and then we see that the answer is -6, -2. Yeah, okay, so apparently I don't know how to do systems of equations. Well, I do, but I just do some stupid thing wrong every time. A bit like grinding Toka. A square has coordinates. What is the missing coordinate? Desmos graphing calculator, my beloved. Okay, we can see those points are just the next one would be right there, which would be -8, 15. Finale. I thought there were 120 stages. Well, I guess it means of this grade. We're about to go to high school, guys. Well, that was just decoration. They grow up so fast, made it to stage 90. Well, would you look at that? We're in high school now. Oh, and it's like actually a difficult obby now. The expression can be rewritten as... well, let's see. Let's do process of elimination. We know there's going to be 4x squared. They all have that, okay. We know there's going to be 4 times negative, so that'd be -12x. So we know there's going to be a -3x, and that's the only one that has that. There we go. Okay, solve for x. We could factor out an x to get x times x minus 6. So I mean x equals 0 and x equals 6. They were saying, show your work, but I'm just doing it in my head, even though Editor Roro was probably doing the work, like, on screen, so that, you know, you can sort of follow what I'm just saying, which otherwise would just kind of sound nonsensical. Simplify square root 125. Now remember how to do this. Find the largest factor of 25 that is a perfect square. It's that. Yeah, and then the largest factor of 125 that's a perfect square is 25, so you rewrite square root 125 as square root 5 times square root 25. Then you can rewrite that as square root 5 times 5, and then you can rewrite that as 5 square root 5. Determine the vertex of the parabola. Desmos graphing calculator, my beloved. That would be 2, -6, or -2, 6. I mean, there we go. Okay, maybe that's a bit cheaty. That one I actually don't remember the formula for, but there is a formula. You just like plug it in and it gives you the answer. How many real solutions does this parabola have? Well, this is positive. It's like +6 of -6, so we know it's facing upwards, and then this moves it up 1. So I think it would be 0, right? Yeah. Like, because that means it doesn't cross the x-axis at all. By the way, we are on the finale of 9th grade. So this is, like, actually difficult gameplay. But I'm just doing so good at it. I mean, like, yeah, this is, like, remorseless difficulty. So the obby aspect of this is definitely not to be unmentioned. Let's just hope that after doing all this, I don't miss the math question. The difference of 2 consecutive perfect squares is 15. What is the largest of the 2 perfect squares? 36. No. What? I gotta redo all this again. 25 to 36. Be fully sure of this. 36 minus 25. Yes, that is a difference of 11. So what is the larger of 25 and 36? This time it actually is 36. There we go. I graduated grade 9. It is another day. When will I use this in the real world? Right, the gameplay is not exactly free anymore. Oh, it's an elevator. How did I mess that up? Okay. Alright. A weather reporter says there's a 50% chance of rain on Sunday and a 20% chance of snow. What is the probability of neither event happening if both events are considered independent? There's a 1 in 2 chance it doesn't rain and a 4 in 5 chance it doesn't snow. So 1/2 times 4/5 equals 0.4 or 2/5, which is 40%. There we go. What's going on here? I probably jumped to there, and then I want to jump on this spinner. Yes. We're seeing some client objects now. I think pretty much everything we've seen so far has been, like, purist. I want to avoid that kill brick, and then it's kind of a long jump to there. Now, hopefully I get this right. Calculate the value of the following expression. Oh boy, imaginary numbers. Well, first, FOIL it, so that would be first, outside, inside, last. And then combined like terms would be 24i. Then I squared is just -1. So that's that. 15 minus 9 is 6. 6 plus 24i. Nice. These stages are actually difficult now, so it's like there's real consequences if I do it wrong. Okay, jump to there, and then let me go to this side so I can wrap from the right, just because I find that a little easier. If e to the x over 3 equals 36 approximately, what is the value of x, assuming natural log of 4 is 1.4 and natural log of 9 is 2.2? Okay, well, this can be rewritten as this, because this is asking e to what power gives you 36, that would be x over 3. So then we can multiply both sides by 3, and that gives us 3 log natural 36 equals x. And then 4 and 9, that's a factor pair of 36, so I don't quite remember the log rule, but there's probably something where I can like split this into its factors. Yes, there is. Okay, so actually let's just keep this as x over 3 for now. This is equal to 4 times 9 equals x over 3. And then this is equal to natural log of 4 plus natural log of 9. That equals x over 3, and then they just gave us what these are equal to. Then we can do 1.4 plus 2.2 is 3.6 equals x over 3, and so x equals 3.6 times 3, which is 10.8. Nice. That was definitely the hardest problem we've seen so far. Stand here. Oh, I hit my head. It's like I just gotta do this slow and carefully, which only increases the stakes when I get to the math problem. These stages are super long now. No need to jump, if you say so. Now, how is this supposed to be possible? Oh. Well. What? Come on. There. Okay, somehow that worked. I foresee much frustration if I keep loop failing that, which is going to happen if I either fail before I get the checkpoint or get the math wrong. What is the value of that? So like, what is the value of that pattern? Well, first I gotta figure out the pattern, I guess. It's adding 3 each time, right? It would look like it. Let's see if that makes sense. So it would then go to 25, 28, 31, 34, 37. Yeah, that's actually pretty easy. If I just type 16 plus 19 plus 22 and then just continue the pattern, we get 212. Let me just ensure I type that in right. Yes. Oh, this is interesting. We had elevators, fast-moving conveyor, restricted jumping. Not by actually preventing you from jumping, but by making you really not want to jump. Wait, where am I going now? Do I wrap to here? Yeah. Maybe I could do that on that side too. I don't think I'd be able to jump to here though if I did. I'd have to go around another time or something. Slash E dance 2. I can see it's a stud thick, so yeah, it's not actually dance clipping through it, but just hitting the elevator with your arm. These are some unique combinations of mechanics, even though they are using hardly any client objects here. Like, they're doing like conveyors and kill bricks and spinners and elevators pretty much. Boing. Funny truss alert. Will this end terribly? Almost certainly. No! Save! I don't have to redo those 3 jumps at the start. Alright, 1 long jump and I'm at the checkpoint. Given sine of theta equals 5 over 13, where 0 degrees is less than theta, which is less than 90 degrees, what is the value of cotangent theta? Well, we can solve for theta by saying sine inverse of 5 over 13 equals theta. So theta equals that. So then cotangent, well, that's the problem. Oh, doesn't support the cotangent function. Well, I'll tell you who does. Desmo's graphing calculator. Even though I'm not actually using it to graph anything, if I type in cotangent, it gives me an answer, 2.4. And if I convert that to a fraction, 12 over 5. Nice. Oh, this is like a low jump bounce thingy. So I need to use that so that I don't hit my head much. Not here. Oh, so I don't do a 5 stud stick out. I jump underneath. I see. Oh, another one of these, and it's not at the start, so there's actually stakes. Okay, let's get as close to that kill brick as I feel comfortable. Yes. And then go for the end. Oh no. Okay, this is gonna be... yeah, that's gonna happen about 6,000 times. There, I did it. Okay. Might have taken 20 minutes, but now I just cannot fail then. So let's look very carefully ahead. I'm going to want to turn around, either on the truss or otherwise. Okay. Let me turn around. This is very unnerving. Okay, there. That's the end. Abe loves numbers. He brings a chalkboard out and writes the number 1 multiple times, which creates a number with 81 ones. The next day, he comes back to this blackboard and writes down a second number, this time with 4 ones. Afterward, he multiplies these two numbers together. How many digits does the resulting number have? Don't multiply them out, please. That sounds like a free invitation to multiply them out. Okay, there's 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 1, 1, 1, 1. Cool. Wait, I think multiplying them out actually works, because it's asking how many digits this has. And we can kind of figure that out from this. I think I don't want to immediately jump to the conclusion that it's 83, because we know that 10 to whatever power is 1 followed by that many zeros. So it's going to be 1 and then a whole bunch of zeros. But then we multiply it by that, which means that doesn't change the number of digits, I don't think. If it were a simple number like 4.5, then yeah, it would stay the same number of digits. So it's 84. Please be right. Alright, nice. I reached grade 11. Hi, teleporter.
Wow.
So advanced. Up here. Okay. I was about to try to do some crazy wraparound, and I was like, I don't want to do that. Luckily, I don't have to. And, alright. Abe is hosting a party and invites 12 guests. If each guest shakes hands with every other guest exactly once, how many handshakes occur in total? We even get a little visual. So Abe, I guess, is not included in the 12. Each of the 12 people shakes hands with 11 people. So I would think it would be 12 times 11. That seems too easy, though. 132. Right, it's not that easy because, like, if person 1 shakes hands with person 2, that counts as the handshake for both of them. Well, person 1 would shake hands with people 2 through 12, so that's 11. We already counted one of those for person 2, so that would be 10 others. Person 3, we already counted 2 of them, so I guess it would be 9. So I guess it would be just this. It would be like 11 factorial. That can't be right. No, wait, plus. Factorial is multiplying. Okay, so just continue the pattern. Let me think if this makes sense. Person 12 would... Wait, this is 11 numbers here, because person 12 would be just 0. 66... Is that right? It is. Nice. But when you're at this difficulty of math questions, and something is as easy as a multiplication problem, it's probably worth, questioning that, as I did. And indeed, it was not just a multiplication problem. Always look ahead. So just hold W. Nice. Complex number W has an argument of 40 degrees, and complex number Z has an argument of 5 degrees. Let Z prime be the reflection of Z across the imaginary axis. What is the argument of the product Z prime times W? The argument is the angle a complex number rotates counterclockwise from the positive real axis. Yeah, I have no idea what this one is talking about. It's multiple choice, so there's a 1 in 4 chance. Let's put it this way. If I get it right, we'll continue. If I get it wrong, I will end the video. Oh, I guessed it right. Well, how about that? Am I supposed to jump and hit that with my arm? Yeah. What is the sum of the reciprocals of the roots of bleh? Duplicate roots are counted however many times they appear. Yeah, we're up to the do I guess it right. There's a 1 in 4 chance. Let's go with this. I was wrong. Alright. Well, there's still a few more stages, and I guess I did reach some concepts I don't really know how to solve. Perhaps they are taught in such classes as, like, statistics and things that I don't really plan to take, because next semester I'm doing Calculus 2, but I'm sure if there were calculus questions on here, I would get them right, unless they were word problems, in which case, yeah. But I had a very good time playing this game, and I'm very happy with the progress I did make. Technically, before I got to a question, I had no idea what to do. That was at the end of that previous section over there. And I almost gave up on the obby, but I didn't. Does that mean my obby skills exceed my math skills? Who knows? But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you want to see me get good at these math concepts that are apparently taught in the 11th grade, then let me know. So with that, I will see you in the next video, and have a great day.